Alright, what's up, guys? So, WrestleMania has uploaded a video titled 5 WWE stars, superstars who were quietly fired. Quietly, like 5? I mean, they like 500 and they were publicly fired. All the WWE stars that have been fired recently, they just recently fired some NXT wrestlers. And I'm like, I never even heard of them. I just started watching NXT recently, but I mean, like I think we all know like this ain't going to be like a quiet video, or not a quiet video, but overall, like, I know none of these wrestlers was fired quietly, so that's why, like, maybe, I don't know, but no, let's go ahead and get to this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to WrestleMania for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's get into this video.
Hey, John Cena, you're fired!
Thanks to social media, it is extremely hard for a WWE to release a superstar without the information surrounding that release being all over the internet. WWE traditionally announces all of their releases on their official website or on their official social media, but from time to time, WWE will actually quietly release
I remember when
a
they say he
superstar,
was fired.
and there'll be little fanfare surrounding their release. But which wrestlers were they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 5 superstars WWE quietly fired. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
Did you personally face-to-face fire Vladimir Kozlov on Friday? Huh? Did you?
Number 5.
I always like forget like when some of the things CM Punk said. I'm like, and that's why I'm like now when I'm like hearing them, I'm like, dang, he was really saying that back then. Like I just CM Punk. He is going to AEW. I'm like, man, it's like, well, I wonder, wait, if he is, like, what is that man gonna say when he eventually like goes out in front of the crowd and everybody? But anyways,
Conti.
Over 14 years in judo and almost 4 years.
She must be an NXT wrestler.
This is my chance, and I'm not wasting it.
Tainara Conti may be best known to fans for her recent appearance on AEW Dynamite. However, believe it or not, Tainara was actually signed to WWE for 4 years. Conti was one of the brightest young talents on the NXT brand, and while she never made too much of an impact,
like I said, I never watched
NXT
up until they recently came back out on TV.
She would even compete in the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34, showing just how much faith WWE had in her during her time in the company.
I'm the first Brazilian ever to do that. I'm sorry.
Sadly, she would be released as part of the 2020 budget cuts, and there wasn't a lot of attention brought to her release. This was mainly because it took place during a time when WWE were releasing a lot of talent up and down the card. In relation to her release, Tainara had this to say while speaking to Ring the Bella. I was not expecting it at all. When I talked to them a couple of months ago, they told me that they are not letting me go. Not gonna lie, quite a bad moment. When I got the call, I was by myself at home and I was just crying. I just started crying and they were like, okay, I'm gonna, let you digest. I was feeling really bad for a couple of days, but after that was happy. Of course, that was not the right time for me because I was not expecting that.
Hey, she's on AEW now, so...
I don't know much about indie or other companies, but I know I can learn, and that's exciting. There's no chance I'm going back to Brazil and forgetting about wrestling.
Yeah.
Number 4, Richie Steamboat.
Not only do I want to be the best, but I'm going to bring my own flavor to the Steamboat name.
Richie Steamboat at one stage in 2012 appeared to be a future star in the WWE. The son of Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had all the tools to make it in the WWE, and he would begin and sadly end his WWE journey on the NXT brand. From the very beginning of the modern day NXT format, it was clear that WWE felt like Richie could be a huge star. However, he suffered a back injury in late 2012 and would never wrestle again.
Oh wow.
But he hurt his back, 4 discs to be specific. He's had a surgery and it just doesn't look like things are going to work out for him.
Dang.
It was reported the following year by Richie's own father that he had been released from his WWE contract. This was seen as a massive shame as Richie was extremely popular with the NXT audience, and his unfortunate injury completely ruined his chances to become a top star in the company. Number 3, Lars Sullivan.
I knew he was gonna get let go, because it was like when he came back I know that they were trying to, like, you know, give him a push and things and have it, but I was like, he was somebody where I was like, I know he's gonna get. I think I remember hearing about it too, so that's why I was like, yeah, I don't think people was like, oh, he was quietly fired. Like, no, I knew he was gonna get fired, and I knew when he got fired. So.
My God. Oh my
Yeah.
God, the freak!
After all that
Lars
stuff that happened with
Sullivan
him, like.
is here.
When Lars Sullivan was released in early 2021, it was seen as a long time coming for a lot of fans. Most
Yeah.
fans expected Lars to be released amidst the 2020 budget cuts, but that wasn't the case. WWE continued pushing Lars and had concrete plans for him on the SmackDown brand. The reason that fans resented Lars so much was because of his comments that recently surfaced on a message board, and the majority of these comments directly mentioned WWE superstars.
Oh, I didn't.
No one helped me. I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know what to do.
I thought it was for, you know, the past career choices he had. Like,
Due
I
to
thought it
this,
was for
Lars
that.
was fined $100,000 and was forced to attend sensitivity training. This appeared to be the end of the matter, at least from WWE's side, but Lars seemed to be going through a lot of personal issues as the months went on. According to reports, WWE kept Lars' release quiet for as long as possible. This is mainly due to Lars coming directly to WWE management and revealing that he suffered from anxiety issues and stated that he didn't want to wrestle anymore. Lars' last official wrestling match to date was in October 2020 when he defeated Chad Gable on SmackDown. Number 2, Kane Velasquez.
I thought he was just like a celebrity, like, guest kind of thing. I didn't realize he had like a contract with them, but yeah, I remember hearing about
The
this.
WWE run of Kane Velasquez in 2019 fell completely flat. Kane would make his debut during the debut edition of SmackDown on Fox, and a WWE title feud between Kane and Brock Lesnar was supposed to create mainstream attention. However, they drastically overvalued Kane's star power at the time, and there was a lack of interest from even casual WWE fans. It didn't help that Kane's WWE debut coincided with fan favorite Kofi.
They probably
Kingston
should have hyped
losing
it
the
up a
title
little
in just
bit
a
more.
mere few seconds, a move which really didn't sit well with the WWE audience.
Yeah.
Kane would wrestle a total of 2 matches during his WWE run, with only one being on pay-per-view. This would be an underwhelming 1-minute match against Lesnar at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Will Velasquez tap out to Lesnar and the Kimura? And
It's just making it seem like that. It's like Brock Lesnar is this. They need to have it where there gotta be some wrestler that, because well, I mean they did with Goldberg, but then they just went and flipped that back around, and so that's I'm like, yeah, they gotta have it where it's like, okay, somebody that he visibly has like MMA training and things, and then you know I just think at times WWE when they do some sort of writing, it's like, bruh. Like, whoever is the wrestler to, like, I don't know, not so much as I guess, yeah, maybe, like, take out Brock Lesnar. They need to have it where it's, like, it's a good match. It ain't a match where it's like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. Like, nah, it needs to be a memorable match. Like, they do that, and it's like, fam, it's not memorable. It's just, oh, okay, he took Kofi Kingston, F5'd him, and it was over. No, they should have dragged it on, had Kofi win, and you know, they probably would have had some fans still. I bet there was fans that stopped watching wrestling after that. I'm just saying, but anyways.
Following the match with Lesnar, they had plans to include Kane in the 2020 Rumble match as a surprise entrant. However, it was reported that he had informed a number of people that he was going to be in the match, and this leaked online, so WWE were forced to pull him from the match. He also suffered an injury around the start of 2020, which once again halted any plans of WWE including him in any future storylines on television. In April 2020, Kane was released from WWE with the official reason being put down to budget cuts. And number 1, Karma.
Yeah, I think she was one wrestler where I was just all like, I remember seeing her, but then they stopped showing her, and I was like, what happened with her? But I thought she had like a kid.
In 2011, when it was announced that WWE had signed former TNA star Awesome Kong,
Yeah, I remember her from there.
About the prospect of Kong on the WWE roster. Kong would be given the name of Karma in the WWE, and for the first weeks of her WWE run, they couldn't have presented her any better. Karma would show up and randomly take out WWE divas on both Raw and SmackDown. However, just a few weeks after her debut, she would announce that she was pregnant in a segment that involved her completely breaking character.
And I will, because I am currently with child.
It's always good, always good.
Karma would then return at the 2012 Royal Rumble, but would sadly be released just a few months later. According to Meltzer, the reason for her release was that a number of WWE staff claimed that she was difficult to work with. Meltzer stated, "The situation with Karma is that she was in Florida training to return, but got the knock for being out of shape, hard to work with, and stubborn about suggestions of how they wanted to change her character. She had been losing weight." Karma herself would describe her release as appropriate. As talking to Diva Dirt in 2012, she revealed, "Sometimes things aren't moving along as quickly as they need to be, and some things aren't progressing as quickly as they should have been. I think the release was actually a good idea and very appropriate. WWE, the world knows they just don't hire anyone. If they hire you, they're going to invest in you. They're going to apply any and every resource they have for anything that you're going through. So having said that, again, the timing was just there. My release was, in my opinion, appropriate."
Makes sense.
And I
Makes
just want to
sense.
thank all of you for letting me share my dream.
But there you have it, folks. 5 superstars WWE quietly fired. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
I just recently followed WrestleLamia on Twitter. By the way, yeah, make sure y'all go follow him on social media. But anyways, yeah, I was like, she was one wrestler where I was like, hey, yo, I think we got something here. But I do remember her from when she was on TNA. And I was like, there were at times where I'd take like little quick glimpses at TNA, but I was at the time, like, you know, I was a diehard WWE fan, but then, you know, just watching it, and it's all like, dang, I should have been watching TNA Impact and stuff. And it's like getting into AEW, I'm like, hey, yo, there's a lot that I'm missing out on and things. So, but anyway, I probably, if I did have any chances with WWE, probably what I just said, like right there, just ruined all those chances. So, but it's whatever. Anyways, though, this was a pretty good video. Make sure y'all go follow WrestleLamia for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.